I have mine swapped to SKCM Orange Alps, and they're just the nicest and best sounding. I will soon know what Alps feels like when I build your J02 with the candle wax thing. The candle wax lubing method. Very interesting. Alps is good. Why don't we see a lot more support for Alps then? It's very niche. Don't see a lot of Alps things. Like finding Alps keycaps is like finding a needle in a haystack or something like that, man. It's very, very hard. Lead time is 3 months, right? Yeah, it's about 3 to 4 months. So let's say you do it now, and lead time is approximately December to next January. Approximately. Alps considered marginal? Wait, what? Really? Yeah, I really need to try more of those older things, you know, like Alps, and Topra as well. Really would like to try Topra fully. I've tried Topra and it does feel good, but I really want to try it like for a longer period of time. But they're dead switches basically, and Matthias is barely doing anything with them, so yeah. Oh. Is there no other brands that make them, like Gateron makes them or something? I mean, kind of makes sense for me to let go of the Iron Nav, the Link 65 incoming. Wait, actually, if you have the Link 65 incoming, then it would be wiser to sell the suit. Because the suit is similar to the Link 65 when you use all the foams. I would argue Mr. Suit and Link 65 is better than Iron. Iron is a very good looking keyboard, but it doesn't perform IMO. It's a bit meh. SKCM Blue. But yeah, you'll have 265% then. Oh well, then Iron needs to go then. A wise man once said, "It's time to go." When will we see Gator on Alps? I mean, not a lot of keyboards support Alps anyways nowadays. A few PCBs here and there, mostly on expensive keyboards. I built my Tomo yesterday and it feels very heavenly. Tomo definitely underrated. It's not underrated, it's just very good. I don't think people rate it lowly, but it is such a very good... It's a very good keyboard nonetheless. I really like Tomo. Nah, it's not underrated. It's highly praised. Few people dislike it though for some reason. Maybe they didn't get a correct switch choice for it. 10,000 plus people buy that. Yeah, 10,000 plus Tomos are sold. Were sold. Yeah, I think it's not because it's underrated for Tomo, that's why it's below retail. Tomo is below retail because there's so much units. Because there's just so many Tomos existing in the market. That's why the price is low on the on the keyboard, because a lot of people can find it pretty easily. It's not a rare keyboard. Maybe it's the cheapest TGR, probably. What do you think of the JRIS 65? It's an awesome, really awesome 65% for its price point. The best budget choice in my opinion out of QK65, nor Z2, nor Z1, Zoom. That one's the best one. JRIS is arguably the best one in my opinion. Looks the best one as well. Pricing is really good. You can actually do Bluetooth on it as well if you feel like it. PVD looks amazing. Plateless is also available on that keyboard, unlike the other keyboards, which is great. Cheapest TGR is 910 CE, retail-wise. Really? How much is a 910 GAF? The fact that there are so many Tomos are nice. If people can get past the TGR name, it's a very well-designed board. Yes, true. Do you think a KVD67 Lite is still worth? It's not worth. Just wait for the Tiger 80 Lite. It's far superior. It's far much better. It's so much nicer. 67 Lite is a little bit stiff, so it's not particularly the best. Oh. Did anyone manage to win an ME? I wonder how many units they had. Matrix ME. Oh. Never owned a Matrix board. I need help deciding between E-White or Milky White. Which one do you think looks better? E-White looks probably like this kind of white right here. The creamy white is the one I had on my stream, and you can check it out on my Instagram as well. So if you like that color, yeah, that's what the creamy white looks like. I would argue the pink looks actually pretty sick as well. I've seen, I think Jake Heed built the pink JRIS, if I'm not wrong. The E-yellow one is also pretty interesting if you like, if you want to make it like a Pikachu themed keyboard. Nose. Jane ME. Oh, Jane ME. Oh, it's the Monoke edition one. Yeah, right. Didn't join that, didn't even care too much about that. But yeah, I didn't really care about the Jane ME. Because I cannot buy it. Not surprised, to be honest, because just how many units there are. In fact, more boards should sell under retail IMO, if only because CNC'd metal should not qualify as luxury. I feel like, I don't know about this, like I see a lot of people selling switches that have been used for higher prices than actual retail. I feel like used switches needs to go down in pricing, since like the actuation clicks, it's been reduced, so you're ultimately buying a switch that has been, well, used. Also, what weight do you think would look best on Milky White JRIS? I would highly recommend getting the PVD Alu. Like, the PVD Alu is so worth it for 3 million. Like, you can't get that at other keyboards, to be honest, and it looks so good. It's worth getting. It's worth getting. It's worth upgrading. Yo, Clackbait, it's been a while, dude. What is up, dude? How are you? This man has gotten so many keyboards. I am so jealous, mate. Oh, wait, you've tried JRIS. Wait. You've tried JRIS, right? Wait, what was the board that Dutch Master and I was commenting on your Instagram post again? I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, Arrow. Have you tried it, dude? Arrow? I feel like it's so good. I really like the Arrow 75. Very nice to type on. It's quite pleasant. You haven't built it yet? Oh, damn. I have mines with Geon Blacks and it sounds really good. What? Waiting to get closer to GB so I can film the build, part of being a YouTuber. True. The GB is still 2 months away though. What is this? Why is it Christmas songs? Retail price is quite okay. Somehow people will price rarity higher than retail, which is why unlimited GB Toma is not very sought after. True. Unlimited GB keywords tend to not do well in retail. Except for a few keywords, of course. I'm never on Twitch, just YouTube. Yes, he's only on YouTube. Pure YouTube guy. A lot of people are moving from Twitch to YouTube, though. Lately I've been hearing a lot of rumors. So, yeah. Why does the soldering take like ages? Feels like ages. Just on Twitch for a couple of awesome people like YoKeeps. Yeah, Alex is testing out YouTube streaming. I can actually dual stream if I wanted to. It's just really hard to catch up with the chat of both YouTube and Twitch at the same time because it's two different windows on Streamlabs, which makes it like I have to constantly swap between the two on my screen to answer both questions. But we'll see. We'll see in the future if YouTube is more applicable to stream on. But at the moment, still pushing on Twitch. Still pushing hard on Twitch. And planning to make more YouTube videos, of course, because that is necessary. Building a keeper for the first time. A little consumed on how to mount stabs on PCB. Don't want to break my L stabs. Oh, it's pretty easy actually. Just need to put the... There's the large hole and the little hole. The little hole is supposed to be where your screws go in to. So yeah, just fit in the bigger hole first and then fit the smaller hole afterwards, and then screw it in, of course. Does meter wise need to be filmed? Nope. No need. It's good. It's not necessary, but I think filming would help a little bit in sound, but I feel like it's not a necessary thing. It's not like a need. For example, hyperglides, that's a need. Depends. Meteor whites plus desk keys. Doesn't that make it a little bit too muted? Since desk keys kind of kills the sound of... Why is the song so... Where is it? Smooth jazz. There's a few switches that you can use desk keys to help the sound improve. There are also a few switches that don't put desk keys on them because they end up being silent. So yeah. I'm lucky my 6U stab came straight, but 7U one's bent for the owl stabs. Is it? Wow. Owl stabs is kind of hard if it's bent, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Because owl stabs is supposed to have straight spacebar wires. Supposedly. Because it's with their liquid metal thing. I did have an issue with one of the owl stabs as well. I think it was like a 7U that had an issue as well. Kind of bent. So yeah, I don't really rate owl stabs that much. It's not my favorite stab in the world. Oh no, I'm running out of solder. I used to be an idiot once, where when I started off in the keyboard hobby, soldering my first keyboard for the first time, I ran out of solder, so I was like trying to put as little as possible, which ended up not benefiting my keyboard at all. Ended up burning my hand because I tried to use the last ounces of the wire, as short as it was. Burnt my finger. Couldn't use my keyboard for about 2 days since I had to wait for new wires. But building keyboards for the first time is daunting, especially if soldering. So yesterday in the event, out of all the keyboards I've brought to the event, most people still like the Hex 4B over the Mode 65 and over the Emery 65, which has confused me. Even though I like the Emery and Mode better than the Hex 4B, but a lot of people, especially people who've tried custom keyboards for the first time, they actually prefer Hex 4B more. Interestingly. Even though I did put a palm plate on it, but yeah, it's weird. A lot of people actually like it. More than the Mode 65. How old were you when you started liking keyboards? It was 2020 when the pandemic happened. No, before the pandemic happened, I liked I like keyboards. I was like watching random Frank P build his Grid 600. I got into it. Brandon Taylor as well made his Think 6.5, I think. So yeah, started liking like around November custom keyboards. So on December, I decided to buy my own custom keyboard, which is the Drop Alt. Started with that keyboard, bought some, got the Halo Clear switches, and then I proceeded to buy SA Max Key White Cyan keycaps for the build, and yeah, and I bought a desk mat for the first time as well. So I was like hooked into it, you know, tried a lot of the building things and stuff whatnot from there, from the Drop Alt. And then I bought a GK61 as well, from banggood.com. Damn it, Banggood. It's been so long since I've heard banggood.com, but yeah. I bought it from banggood.com, GK61. Proceeded to spend money and splash the cash on Telios switches, the Turquoise Telioses, because I wanted the best. Bought it from Candy Keys, put it on my Drop Alt, and then the pandemic happened. And then before the pandemic happened, I already ordered essentially a Tofu 60 build, with GMK 8008 extras as well. Yeah, got GMK 8008 extras and GMK Peaches and Cream extras immediately after. So yeah, that was when I was still 19 years old. Yeah, that was 19. That's my keyboard journey. Frickin' Banggood. Can't believe that I have been in this hobby longer than you. Well, yeah, I'm relatively quite new in this hobby. I'm not too old in this hobby. When the pandemic happened, everyone started saving their money, but Oscar started to spend a lot of money. You know the reason why I spend a lot of money during the pandemic? It's because I was bored, Alif. I was bored. I was in a tiny little dorm room in fricking Coventry, UK, which is not even a big city. I was forced to stay in my room. The only chance I could go outside was to buy something from Sainsbury, from the supermarket. So what else I didn't have to spend on anything else. Groceries, and keyboards. Those were the only two things I spent on. Groceries and keyboards. The only two things. It took me 1 month to get a shipment for Crytox because everything was delayed. So yeah, I bought it from Keygem. Had to wait 1 month to get freaking Crytox 205 grade 0. So I instead tried using Super Lube. Lubed with Permatex on a few of my switches, which you do not do. Do not lube your switches with Permatex, please. Ended up ruining some of my Halo clears, so I had to redo them. It was a tough time. I was making GMK set renders because I was looking at ideas. Oh, I could actually make GMK sets and my own keycap sets. And then I proceeded to understand that you need to I proceeded to understand that you need to set up a Geek Hack account, you needed to do an IC, you needed to do this and that and that and that, and it cost a lot of money and takes 1.5 years to produce your keycap sets. And then I proceeded to stop making keycap set colors and ideas. Reminded me of someone who used Loop Mantap. No, because I'm a curious guy, you know. I couldn't wait for one freaking month for Crytox 205, so I went like, yeah, why not? Let me try with Permatex. Who knows? It made it super mushy. Had to wash all the stems and everything. So much money wasted. Actually, the first lube, like first proper lube that I tried was Tribosis 3203. That was the first lube that I tried. Tribo 3203, bought like 2 grams of it. Put it on my Telios. Actually pretty decent. I didn't do anything during the pandemic, like legitimately. I was only doing keyboards. I was stuck in my room. Day and night I did keyboards. I lubed switches, re-lubed switches for no reason. Browsed on the internet for cool shit on the keyboard hobby. But can't buy them because everything's out of stock in this hobby. But seriously, it's very hard. It was very hard to actually be happy in the hobby because everything was sold out, everything was closed, shipping was delayed to incredible times. And then when I got back to Indonesia, I looked at Tokopedia to find some Crytox to lube. There was no Plus KB yet. Plus KB did not exist. Crytox 205 Grade 0 was available on one shop, and then as soon as it went live, it went out of stock. Everyone was fighting for freaking 2 grams of Crytox, while nowadays we have probably like tons of Crytox lube distributed by multiple vendors now. So yeah, it was a very dark time, Feesbot. It was honestly so dark. So hard to maintain the hobby. KBD Fans was like the only place that was still shipping in the pandemic, so thanks to them for staying open and letting me buy a second Tofu 60 for no reason. I tried soldering for the first time. Joined the EMKG Discord server quite late, actually. And then I proceeded to find the Plus KB Discord server, which I was more comfortable in. And then I started streaming for the first time, building a KBD Fans D65. That was my first mid-range, mid to high-end keyboard that I did purchase. Pretty nice keyboard still, I would say. Still liked it. That was my first ever build on stream. There was about 8 people watching on stream. There was my mod Ekyo, which is still until now. There was Day of the Hippo, I think, and there was a few of my other friends as well. Got into the hobby more because of Alex Odos, by the way, shout out to him. I remember when Tofu 60 was selling like hotcakes, couldn't get my hands on one. Dude, Tofu 60 is like the QK65 of right now, you know? It used to be as popular as the QK65. Used to be constantly sold out, constantly purchased by people. Going into the hobby, everyone bought a Tofu. That's what made KBD Fans popular. After some consideration made, I'm gonna let go of my iron. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold my iron back anymore. Goodbye, iron. Also, any thoughts on about DYZ65 or any other recommendations? You mean the PCB or the keyboard? You had 6 Tofu 60s. I don't know why you needed 6 Tofu 60s. You could have gone for a Tofu 65 at least, but you bought a Tofu. Wow. The PCB, I mean, like it's a good PCB. You know, like DYZ PCBs are good, and most of them are pretty good quality. Sometimes there is a little bit of quality control issues on the PCBs. I can't really judge PCBs, you know, like some people say, oh, this is the best PCB on planet Earth. I'm like, it's just a PCB, man. It's not gonna change your life. But yeah, like I would suggest go for yeah, DYZ65 is pretty good for a PCB. DZ65 or KBD67 Mark II PCB or Mark III PCB is also pretty decent. Yeah, those PCBs are good. Yeah, PCBs, most of them can't go wrong, especially if you buy from KBD fans. Usually pretty good. It was a very good board for a new hobbyist. I was able to get my Mode 65 in the end and haven't looked back. Of course, but we're all here most likely because of the Tofu 60. Most of us. The reason is that there was no stock for anything else on KBD fans. Wow. What's different between KBD 67 Mark II and 3? I think Mark III is just minor improvements, and I think the PCB became purple, if I'm not wrong. I think. It's just PCB while complaining PCB thickness and flex cut. No, I mean like PCBs. PCBs are great if they have VIA or VL support directly. Don't really care too much about, like, I mean, like, the only thing that separates this PCB from that PCB is, like, flex cuts, I guess, if you have flex cuts. If they don't have flex cuts, then, yeah, it's absolutely fine. Almost done. What do you think of CIY Gas 67? Pretty good. Pretty good. It's genuinely one of the most amazing feature. It's an amazing thing that you could get a custom keyboard at that price point. That gives you a switch pad, not switch pad, like a PE foam layer that gives you hot swap, like real good hot swap as well. That gives you gasket mount, a nice plastic case, a coiled cable, good packaging as well. Like, honestly, CIY Gas 67, for its price point, it's a banger of a deal. It shouldn't be that low of a price point. It's very, very good. Essentially, KBD 67 Lite is not too far from it, so yeah, the only downsides of that, it is still it's still what do you call it? It's still north facing, and does not have your VIA support or VL support, so that's the only issues about the board. Other than that, it's pretty good, so no issues. How many boards did you build in your first year in the hobby? First year in the hobby, so first year, drop alt, there's a Tofu 60, a GK61, GK64, KBD 75 V2, another Tofu 60, 6, yeah, I had 6 keyboards. 6 keyboards in total for everything in my first year. Do you remember when MK only had 5 switches in their store? No, they already had like multiple switches in their store, but it was just like normal Gatorons and Greetex and everything. Which one would be better, Tomo or Sonnet? I would say Tomo is better than Sonnet, to be honest. I do like the Sonnet better in terms of looks and its customizability. But in terms of an overall keyboard, Tomo is better. Overall. Do you think Dumppad 500k build is still worth it? Dumppad's still pretty decent. Disipad is also decent as well. I guess Dumppad's just a nice, it's a weirder looking PC, weirder looking macro pad, which might interest you a little bit more. By the way, guys, I learned this from Roro Keyboards. So shout out to him. This is how you test a PCB that you just soldered. It's the easiest way to test out every single switch if it works or not. So this is how you do it. There you go. Yep, all the switches are working. It's so easy to do. I don't know why I haven't thought about that, but yeah, it's big brain. Yesterday I got my first key called W after 3 L's. Feels good, man. Congratulations, dude. Even Plus KB hasn't won a key cult yet. Does Disipad have knob support? It does not. I believe it does not have. Don't really want to wait 4 months and pay for ridiculous shipping and taxes for Sonnet. Well, I mean, like, if you would be happy with a Tomo, then go for a Tomo. I think Tomo's just a little bit nicer. As much as I love the Sonnet, Tomo's just so good. After only 3 L's, and oh no, he's joined every key cult raffle for the past 2 years and win nothing. That's an F right there. You are not chosen. I've only like joined 1 key cult raffle, and I didn't win, but yeah, I've only joined 1. Never been like too into key. Yo, Radit with the 5 tier 1 subs, dude. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. Thanks so much, man. Have a great night. Have you went to the event though, Radit? The TTO8, have you went in? There's my keyboard over there. Have a great night, but thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much. Yeah, why not? Why not go there? Think you used the Velcro on the wrong way? No, it's on the right way. Don't worry. If I win Alu Bottom, I'm gonna trade that until I get the brass SS one. That devoted, huh? You're that devoted to getting a brass or SS bottom key code. Interesting. Hello, Oxydoom. Welcome, dude. Have you tried the Sesame? Sesame? Oh, wait. Actually, Sesame is 7. So yeah, I own 7 keyboards. In my first year. Sesame was actually one of my first like full-on custom projects that I did do. Yeah, Sesame I built with what did I build with? T1 switches, I believe. I think it was T1 switches that I built the Sesame with. It's pretty good. I mean, like, it's a standard acrylic case, to be honest. It wasn't too impressive, but when I look back, I was so impressed with it. When I look at it now, it's like, meh. I did buy the Sesame 60. It's not too big of a difference, to be honest. I think I would choose Synthesis more because it has the what do you call it? The what's it called? The double B. Sesame does not have double B for some reason. Ask your opinion, bro. Is Sonnet worth it? Absolutely worth it. Sonnet is very, very worth it. Trust me. I mean, if you want to go buy a Sonnet, I highly recommend you buy a Sonnet. It's super good. Every single mode keyboard is good. You're not gonna get disappointed by any mode keyboard because they're all good. Mode 65, mode 80, mode Sonnet, all of them good. None of them disappoints. What screwdriver are you using? It's called the Nanch screwdriver. Very good. Recommend that to every single one of you guys. There we go. I assume the client wants an isolated top mount, and I would recommend an isolated top mount for this. Let's go ISO top. There's no stack mount on this unit of the Mode 80 because it does not have the bottom case foam. But yes. Sesame is the one with the forehead. Yeah, it's essentially the Discipline 65 in a Alice form. But it is only 1B, so it was a little bit annoying to type with. Only 1B. But it was pretty nice. It was pretty nice. While I had it. It was my Christmas present. It was my Christmas present. KBD 75 was my birthday present. Hello, hello, welcome. But I sold that Sesame already. I didn't hold it for too long. Will you get the SOTC switches? I mean, I wouldn't like rush to get them because it's a long pull switch and I'm not too big on it, but yeah, I mean like if I have the chance to buy it, then I'll probably try it out, but I wouldn't rush myself to try and get the switch. Mine's is an older version, yes. My Sesame was quite old. It's a 2020 edition Sesame. Alright, fit the bottom in first. No, the gaskets. I'm happy to say I might be getting a custom board soon. Dude, that's awesome. What are you getting? Or are planning to get? That's really cool, dude. Welcome to the custom keyboard world. Essentially. We love new members in the hobby. The foam is sticking out a lot. go. No, one of the gaskets fell out again. Are you kidding me? I mean, the ISO. Wait, where did it go? No. It's there. Hey, Woodnoff. Welcome, welcome. Doing good, doing good. Hopefully you are too. Fecker Alice 880. My keep does random double input sometimes. I've always wanted to try an Alice layout, so why not get... Interesting. Going for Alice layout for the first time. Nice. That's interesting, dude. Hopefully you do get it pretty soon. And hopefully you enjoy that Fecker Alice. Haven't heard of that one before, but hopefully it's good. Hopefully it complements what you are finding. Are you kidding me? The ISO top on this one keeps falling out. What the hell? Stick there. There you go. Kind of funny, I'm typing on a mode 80 with Oil Kings right now. Dude, I have a mode 80 with Oil Kings as well. That's like exactly my build. I also have a mode 80 with Oil Kings. With a palm plate. So yeah, that's my build. My personal build. This one's a client build, and Oil Kings with mode 80 is just a good pairing, honestly. Any thoughts on SOTC switches? It's a nice sounding switch. Long pole linear, so maybe you like it, maybe you don't. I don't. Pretty smooth. Don't know stock form of it because I've only tried the lube version. Yeah, it's a little bit pricey, but go for it if you like long pole linears. I'm enjoying it very much. Love this board. Yeah, dude. Mode 80 is just such an awesome keyboard to have, honestly. So good, so good. Since I'm in the Philippines, I'm buying from Lazada or Shopee. Well, it should be safe then. Lazada or Shopee is pretty reliable. Just pretty reliable. Okay, ISO top is done. If you're using the isolated top mount on this keyboard, do not screw too hard, because that defeats the purpose of isolated top mount. There we go. What you need to do is just close this out. What soldering iron do you use? It doesn't have an exact branding. It's probably like one of those OEM solder brands, but I would recommend just get one that has that you can control the temperature of, so you can control how much heat you want, how low you want it to be, how high you want it to be. So it reduces the risk of your solder being too hot and ending up burning your PCB. So yeah, I would recommend like 350 degrees if you have your own. It should be good. So should I put GMK Masterpiece on this, guys? Should I? Do I put the GMK Masterpiece on the mode? Or do we put Shoko? Nah, Shoko doesn't work on white too much. Let's put Masterpiece. Well, this sounds good. Did you get the masterpiece from Ilum KB? No, I bought it aftermarket. I bought my masterpiece aftermarket, which is actually cheaper than what Ilum KB sold me. What Ilum KB sells for. So I would say I got the benefit. Lucky enough to get it cheaper though. Very happy with that. Sorry for the ones who want a 6.27U TKL. This unfortunately does have a 6.25U. That's a nice space bar. Is Aero 75 color similar to J? Yes, it's similar. Very similar. It's like an creamy white type of color. GMK Masterpiece do be bussin'. True, it do be bussin'. It's such a good keycap set. Especially on a white keyboard. Put it on a white keyboard, it will absolutely look gorgeous. Fits better on a white keyboard, pure white keyboard, rather than a creamy white keyboard. Just have this on here just as a temporary place. Might put this on my Mode 65 actually. So while watching your stream, I changed my Mr. Suit keycap with Noir. Not gonna lie, it do be... Noir would look good on your creamy white Mr. Suit, since Noir is the white accents on Noir is a little bit more creamy than actually white. Yeah, you don't need GMK Serica, man. Save that money for your Sonnet or Tomo. Wait, you already bought it? Yo, what the heck? Simon with the raid of 153, dude. Thank you so much, dude, for the raid. Hello, hello, everyone. Damn, thanks, Simon. Appreciate that. Hello guys, my name is Oscar. I build keyboards every Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. But thanks so much for watching Black Simon. He's a great streamer. Yeah, today we're building Mode 80. Mode 80 2022 edition. We're putting on some GMK Masterpiece on it. Oil Kings. Taking it off from my Aero 75. Oh, crap. What's that thing in the Gray Studios keyboard? It's the tag. This is the prototype of the Aero 75. It has the little tag thingy on the back. Did review this a few weeks ago. Pretty good keyboard. It's launching November, I think. But yeah, thanks for the follows and thanks for the raid, of course. Appreciate it. Your keyboard does not have... Sorry, the keyboard does not thunk, but the keyboard has a tag on the back, so it's different enough. It's different enough. Thought Jelly Epoch tag was bad. Jelly Epoch, do you even consider that as a tag? That ain't a tag, man. Nice Desmat, yes. Oh no, it's not Busy Town. No, it's not Busy Town. It's different. It's different. Not Busy Town. Whose idea is this? Ask Gray Studios. Tag on a keyboard. No, it's not Busy Town. No, it's similar to Busy Town, but not really Busy Town. It's being Dob. That's the brand name. It's being Dob. Need to get the rest of Masterpiece. You can't do that. Yeah, this is a removable tag. You don't need to use that tag if you don't want to. I'm just gonna hang with this key with my tag. I think it's inspired by Aerosmith and Aerosmith, who was it? Steven Tyler. So he used to wear those scarf thingies, I think. I think that's the inspiration. How do you think SV Star Meter White in Space 65 would be a good pairing? It is a very good pairing. It's a nice sounding board. Space 65 plus the Meteor Whites, of course. All right, we're done. So yeah, this is the Mode 80. Looks very good with GMK Masterpiece. Looks very good with GMK Masterpiece. Again, Masterpiece fits really well with a white keyboard. Very white Mode 80. Very nice. Gateron Oil Kings, of course, looks very good on this. Ah, sounds good. Fits perfectly with a dispatch cable. You can use code YoKeebs for 5% off your orders on dispatch cables. Alright, let's do some typing test. Starting predictions as well. Odd or even. Go. I'm supposed that's how you dry it after a cleaning session at the good old washing machine. Wait, what? It weird the more I look at your masterpiece, the more I want it. Of course, that's exactly what happens if you look at a GMK set more and more, you like it even more. Or if you look at GMK bread, the more you look at it, the more you despise it. So yes, GMK bread, absolute L. Nice matching pulsar mouse, exactly. So yeah, this desk mat is the Being Dob desk mat. It's gonna grow. It's gonna go on group buy about early October as well. It's a nice desk mat. Any tactile recommendation for 910? Ooh, do you like a hard-hitting tactile or you like a softer tactile? Navies, I guess, if you can find the new navies. There's Corsa switches, Corsa tactiles. A lot of people say they're pretty decent. Ergo clears, damn. Alright. Let's do a typing test. Green Ranger, dude, I've already answered your question twice, but no, I will not be following the JRIS GB. Alright. Let's hear the sound test of this keyboard. So again, this is the Mode 65 with GMK Masterpiece, Gateron Oil Kings, Plate Foam, Durock Stabs, FR4 plate. So let's hear how this types. Petition for Monkey Type to put in GMK Masterpiece colorway, please. Could have gotten an ad while you answered this question. Happens to me sometimes. True. But yeah, I won't be joining the GB. Oh, here it is. Oh, wait. It's 60. $94. Congratulations to Even. Actually sounds nice. Actually sounds pretty nice. It's very similar to my Mode 80. So here's my Mode 80 with Oil Kings as well. Exactly same config, but mine uses a POM plate instead of an FR4 plate. You can probably hear the difference. So this is the POM plate one, which is mine. Just yeah, POM sounds livelier than the FR4. Both of it is quite dense. Both the keyboards are quite dense in terms of like the alphas. Alphas are nice. I like the alphas. But yeah, I think it sounds. I still think it sounds pretty good. It's not as lively as the POM plate though. Yeah, it's quite a dense keyboard, and I think it sounds pretty good. Edwards Mode 80 with SOTC, so good in the meetup. I was like okay with it. Yeah, it's the plate difference, so FR4 and then the POM plate, of course. Yeah, it looks good. White Mode 80 with the Gateron Oil Kings. Very nice. Honestly,